This is the One Piece King here today. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the characters I've tested out in Pirate Warriors 4 of which ones that I think are basically, like the best in my opinion. I'm not gonna go through every single one, cause one, I haven't really tested all of them just yet. I've tested the sum, and it's and it added on a little bit yesterday when I went to play the game yesterday. Um, and two is I'm probably gonna set it probably in categories probably, but like the categories are probably gonna be different and everything. I'm probably gonna put them like in tier list or something. Whenever I test them all out and everything, and do it in their respective groups. But now to go and talk about the characters that I have tested out and everything. So let's begin on that. The first character that I went and tested out on Pirate Warriors 4 obviously was Luffy. Luffy actually, is pretty good and everything. His moveset is very diverse, compared to Pirate Warriors 3, because Pirate Warriors 3, it kind of felt like it did a little bit of a copy over from, what Pirate Warriors 2 did, sort of. Well, I mean, like, I'm not entirely sure if it did, but I want to say it kind of did. Not just by special moves, but I think even combos too, it was exactly the same. But with Pirate Warriors 4, though, it didn't copy any of that at all. It was actually really, it was like entirely different moves and stuff. Now, the jump, basically the air combos and stuff, like the jump moves, um, I mean, I like it. It's also the same thing where it's also, diverse and stuff as well and everything where, it's just different moves. Um, but basically though, if I had to say though, like Luffy is probably one of the favorite Straw Hat characters I like to play as in the game because it's so, diverse and everything. But moving on to the form changes with Luffy though, well, I mean, pre-time skip, it seems like it needs a little bit more work though, because it feels like it doesn't do much, and I know it's only because of the fact that it's not the training yet and everything. I get it, but Luffy in time around the arcs has gotten stronger and stronger. Like he hasn't been completely, just defeated. No. But Gear Second though actually boosts that up a bit and everything. So I love the Gear Second technique and everything. The design that it actually looks pink and everything. It's pink with white steam, like it's supposed to be. Compared to like his red pinkish glow that he had in Pirate Warriors 3 or just all throughout the Pirate Warriors games. But most definitely though, I do like with Pirate Warriors 4 though, where it just it gives them that and everything. It does. Um, but with Gear 4's the regular form, I mean, it's nice, but it's like, but it probably needs a little bit more work too. Gear 4 probably needs a little bit more work and everything, but it does good. It's just, it's supposed to be this really powerful form that Luffy's had and everything, on the side with Snake Man and, Tank Man as well. Even though we only got to just see Tank Man just once, but still. Um, but anywho though, yeah, Luffy, like Luffy with Gear 4 is the bounce man. Like I said, it needs a little bit more work though because it's really, it's shown to be really strong and everything, but the way how I used, the Gear 4 technique, it's not like, I can, do, some damage and stuff on the enemies with it, but it doesn't, do too much though. It doesn't do too much. It's like I could do the Kong organ gun, which that's my favorite move to use. It does a lot. But again though, it's like it doesn't do too much to the enemies though. It really doesn't. I wish it did. Because if it did, I would have definitely been like, hmm. It's like Kong organ gun actually does a lot, but it's kind of like one of those moves that doesn't do a lot. So, um, now with Snake Man though, I know it's a speed type, but the thing with the speed types though and everything, I'm not saying I don't like the speed types at all, like the speed type characters. It's just the fact of Snake Man is the only one that really has the high speed going everywhere. Like it, like he really is and everything. It's going all over the place, and it kind of makes me, not concerned, but it's like, hmm, like basically with all the moves hitting and everything, it's it hits really fast with Snake Man. Um, but the thing of it is though is that it's just I don't know. I really don't know. It's like with Snake Man, it it hits really fast, but whenever you go and like hit a boss character like Big Mom or Katakuri or someone really powerful and you miss because you're like hitting so fast, it's like that's not gonna be good for you and everything. So that's why with Snake Man, that's a really fast character. It's like I get it, he's a speed type and he's naturally supposed to. Um, but for me, I would have to say like probably they need to be careful with that and everything because again, this is like with speed and everything. This is like speed characters and stuff. It's really they're gonna be real careful with that. Um, but now moving off of that and everything, moving on to Zorro. I don't, yeah, I think I did play the post time skip. I think, I definitely did play the pre time skip Zorro. In Pirate Warriors 4. His moveset isn't that bad at all and everything. It's really great. It's just my only problem is though is that with the post time skip, his awakening the full force burst isn't the black sword technique. That's the only thing I wish they would have added for that. Cause it's only for like one special move. He doesn't have it for anything else. It's just for one move. I wish it wasn't like that. Cause Zoro with the black swords and everything is definitely like the big boost up for him. Like it's definitely like something amazing for Zoro and stuff. So like hopefully we can get an update of that and everything where Bandai actually does decide to be like, you know what, we're gonna go and incorporate the awakening of Zoro with the black swords because technically they are right and everything. Zoro with the black swords is like really really powerful and everything. And it's just you can't take that away. You cannot just take away an awakening like basically you cannot take away or not even take away but not even put in something that could have been like basically given Zoro potential to be like one of the best playable characters. I mean he was already one of the best in Pirate Warriors 3 but with 4 with the black sword techniques he would be even more like way beyond that. um Moving on with Usopp though, I haven't really tested the post time skip Usopp, but the pre time skip, I'm not liking it too much and everything. Like it's got like basically with that one, it has like so many like it has so many different little utensils or something. Like basically a different arsenal of different party tricks or something, which is what Usopp is known for. He's a trickster. He's not, Usopp's not really much of this. Like, he's smart, but he's not really much of the person to be like, yeah, I'm gonna be fighting you, like, one on one and everything. Like, no, 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 no. Like, I'm gonna have all these people fight you and everything, but I'll be in the back fighting and stuff. So, yeah. Um, but Usopp though, like I said, the pre-time skip, I don't know. I'll probably have to like play more with him and everything, like get more of his moves and probably see if I can get used to him. But if I can't, then yeah, most definitely Usopp's not gonna be one of my favorite characters to play as like pre-time skip wise. Post-time skip, I don't know. I've heard good things about the post-time skip wise, but pre-time skip, of Usopp, no, I don't like playing as him at all and everything. It's just too many tricks and everything, and it's like it's just too much. Um, but now moving on to the next character, is Sanji. Now, with Sanji with the pre-time skip and everything, it's pretty good though. But I think once I go and beef up his stats and give him the Diablo Jambe full force burst skill on him, or not the skill, but the move. Um, for his pre-time skip, I think Sanji will be a lot better and everything, because, obviously that's what he deserves and everything. He deserves to have the, that move right there. But, yeah, but definitely though, it's like, but definitely though with Sanji though, with the pre-time skip, it's not, the moves are that bad and everything. Like, they're decent. I wouldn't say they're the best, but they're decent and everything. Post-time skip wise, I played as him and everything. Again, it's kind of like increasing his stats and everything, like the HP, the attack, the stamina, and defense. Once I like increase that up to a lot and everything, I think I would like Sanji a lot more. Because his moves aren't really that bad and everything. They're pretty good and stuff. Especially the air moves that he's known for and stuff. But and also the one thing that I love the most that they gave him and stuff, like in the time skip he becomes a sky type, and I believe in the pre time skip I think he becomes a speed type. I think he becomes a speed type in the pre time skip and stuff. Like he's really fast. But in the post time skip it becomes a sky type, and the reason why is because of Skywalk, and I'm like, good. It's like I wanted Skywalk. Because in Pirate Warriors 3, it's like he does get Skywalk, but it's more of like, it's more like just R1 really. It's the R1 move where it's basically like, um, yeah, but basically it's like the R1 move where it's like, he just kind of just does like a couple up in the air. Like he does like a couple of jumps in the air and everything, like of the Skywalk. But that's pretty much it though, and it's only used for like attacking the enemies, like kind of like this other move called Reception. Um, I'm just like, no, it's like I don't like it and everything. Reception makes sense, but Skywalk should be more like it should allow you to like kind of get further in the air and stuff. Um, yeah. But Skywalk though, pretty fun and everything. I love how it keeps Sanji in the air and everything. Like you could do Skywalk in the air and stuff, and I'm like, that's good. I wanted to do that for the longest time with Sanji, so Sanji is pretty good. Um, Now, of course, I didn't play as Chopper or Robin. I didn't play as them, and I didn't play as Nami either. So I'll go and test them in the like later on and probably today. Um, Now moving on to Frankie though. I did like playing as Frankie in Pirate Warriors 3 because it seems like Frankie was like a really destructive kind of character where it's like he has so many moves that can do a lot of different stuff and everything, even his specials. Um, but Pirate Warriors 4 though, it seems more like it has the same dynamic, but it's like it makes it to where Sanji can, or not Sanji, Frankie can handle like close combat, and could also handle far away distance and stuff. That's why I liked playing as Frankie, because I'm like, wow, it's like, dude, I can do both at the same time and stuff. Like if there's distant enemies, I can do that and stuff. So Frankie pretty much gets my big exception right there and everything because of the fact that he has just like that good of a move set and everything. Like he can do a lot and everything, just compared to his Pirate Warriors 3 counterpart and stuff. They did not remove the radical beam move, which I'm very respectful they didn't remove it, because I would have been like, no, it's like that's Frankie's ultimate move. Come on. I mean, it used to be the coup de vent and everything in the pre-time skip, but since the pre-time skip isn't really in the game, like you can play as the pre-time skip in the game, they did remove that, and radical beam is basically what he has. Um, but yeah, Frankie is pretty good to play as and everything. He's a really good character to play as. Um, Now moving on to Brooke though. Well, this is the last of the Straw Hats and everything. I probably would like talk about like a few more characters probably, and then that'll be it for the video. But anywho, Brooke. I mean, it seems more like they didn't really do good with Brooke at all. Like Brooke has some good, decent moves and stuff. His awakening kind of gives me a bit of a problem because it's not what I imagined the Soul King to look like. Because it's like this little green puff dust cloud or something that's following behind him. Um, no, I don't like that. I'm like, no, it's like give it its actual form of what it's supposed to look like. Like it's supposed to look like if you've watched the anime, yeah, if you watch the anime, you know exactly what it looks like. Or if you played the One Piece Treasure Cruise game, the Legend Brook art, the evolved form, like the 6-star form of the Legend Brook art and everything. That's what it's supposed to look like. Um, but no, it's just a tiny little dust cloud and everything. That's all it is. And I'm like, you kidding me? It's like no, I don't appreciate that at all. I don't appreciate that Brooks thing there is a little tiny dust cloud. And question really is though that I have though, if like I'll probably go test it out later on. is does it even affect like does it even affect the other, characters or something? Like does it affect the enemies at all? Because if it doesn't affect, yeah, if it doesn't affect the chess soldiers, I think I'm wanting to say like it's gonna affect the chess soldiers the most. But if it doesn't affect the chess soldiers at all, like it doesn't, it doesn't drain them or something, or it's like an instant one shot or something, um, because they're made from Big Mom's soul or something, or not from maybe from Big Mom's soul, I would say. But they're also, the souls of like, they're also from like the souls from like other people on the island that basically, are with Big Mom or something. But if they don't get drained out and everything, like it instantly just takes them out the minute Brooke just walks by them or something. Um, that's gonna make me question a lot about that, where it's like the Soul King for Brooke now has no purpose in this game. In the anime, it did. In the series, Soul King has a purpose, but game wise, it doesn't have a single purpose at all. Like nothing. So that's why I'm just like, hmm. It's like, you see, that's where you screwed up. That's where you screwed up right there. You should make it to where Soul King actually has a purpose somewhere. So, like I said, I don't know. I'll have to go and test that out later and see if it does anything. But if it doesn't, then yeah, Soul King basically it could have had potential to do something, but Bandai again was just like, nah, just add that in there just for reference. It's nothing too important. It's like, yeah, it is. Um, but now moving on for the Straw Hats, because like I said, I didn't test all of them yet. Most likely will and everything later on. I got a lot of things to do later on, but testing out characters will definitely be one of them. Um, but now moving on to like probably one of the other like groups or something. I'm gonna start with the supernovas. I'm gonna start with the supernovas. Yeah. So I didn't test out all of the supernovas and everything. Like Luffy and Zorro is already out of the way. So now I got some other ones to talk about. Um, I technically didn't test out Law yet. I didn't test out Law in Pirate Warriors 4, but from what I can see, he's really good. Especially with this air combos and everything. Law can do a lot of stuff with the air combos and stuff, so I'm pretty hyped to see what Law can do and everything. Like I'll have to wait and see if I like playing as Law and stuff, because Law in Pirate Warriors 3 was decent enough. Like I like playing as him and stuff. Like he got me some wins in the game and stuff. I didn't lose a lot of fights with him. I didn't. But Pirate Warriors 4 though, I see he's got some new moves and everything. So I'm curious to see what else that got going on for that. So yeah, I'm pretty curious. But yeah, didn't play as Law yet and everything, but I will. Moving on to Eustace Kid though, like Eustace Captain Kid. No, I don't like playing as Kid that much and everything. The only thing that Kid has going for him is the fact that he can basically create the metal arms or something. Like he can go and like get a bunch of scrap and basically just create like the metal arms and stuff like for both hands, or both arms I should say. Of course, you can make them bigger and everything, but I think there's like a certain limit on how much bigger you can make them. Which I think I did find the limit when I was playing as him once just to see. But honestly, though, it's sort of like it reminds me sort of like his Burning Blood counterpart, where the whole point of basically absorbing or not absorbing, but basically pulling all the scrap to you and creating like the metal arm and everything for your other hand or something. Yeah, basically though, it's like yeah, it like basically though, it's just that's all it was basically used for and stuff. It was used for like repel, the move repel, which is also in Pirate Warriors 4 for him. It was for that, but also like if you want to do like other attacks or something, like if you want to actually go and hit your opponent or something, you could do that. Burning Blood made it to where there was like little cannons and everything, like little gun cannons or something on the hand. So like this part right here and everything, like the part of the fist right there had little cannons on it, and you were able to like shoot out cannonballs and stuff. Um, but Pirate Warriors 4, I don't think has that and everything. I don't think it will. I don't think it will get that, but if it does, I mean that'd be pretty cool. But Kid though, Kid isn't really my favorite to play as though. Out of all the supernovas though that I've went and tested out, Kid is not one of my favorites at all to play as and everything because it seems like they did him wrong. I'm not saying to like go and give us like a spoiler exclusive. This is basically like from the manga and everything. I don't want anything like that and stuff. I basically want it to be just like they do something really great with Kid and everything. Like be really creative with it. They try to be creative, but it was like it's not doing much and everything. I mean, I could be wrong sort of where yeah, like I could sort of be wrong where it's like, I may need to go and increase his stuff basically, like his stats and stuff, but again, I don't know yet. I don't know. Like I could be wrong, but I could not. My opinion of Kid probably will still be the same even if I do max him out because like I said, the only thing Kid is really known to be like great for and stuff in that game as if I know, is basically just, magnetizing all the scrap, creating the giant arms and just using that to your advantage. That is all I see it as. It's nothing really too important right there. Like it really isn't. So it's kind of like it, they need to fix it up just a little. Um, but moving off of Kid though and everything, we get to the next character and everything. I actually just went and tested him out yesterday, and it is Capone. It is Capone Gang Beige or Beige. I think it's Beige. Beige. I'll go with Beige. Um, at first, though, it was kind of weird to play as him and stuff, but then I did find me some moves that I liked and stuff. The interesting thing that I like about Capone, though, is that whenever you do moves that can, like, basically summon out, like your crew members out of your body or something, like, that's what he is. He's a castle human, so he keeps, a lot of weapons and he keeps a lot of his crewmates and, like, stored inside of him and stuff. Um, yeah. But Capone though, like the way how his style plays and everything is like, yeah, it seems I don't know if there's like a certain limit to how many people you can send out. I don't know. Because again, I don't think I've tested to see how much of the limit is and everything. I think it's only like 9 people. I think it's only like 9 people probably, because I did unlock some of his special moves, and I think the one special move I didn't use it yet and everything. I think I've seen it in a gameplay or something. But basically it's a special where Capone kind of sends out his crewmates out of his body, and all of them form a circle around him. And I think there's like 9. I think I did say 9 in total. Like there's a total of 9 of them in a circle around him, and they're just like they got their weapons ready and they're about to just attack. you know so yeah, I think the limit is 9, and I think that's okay. I think that's okay that the limit is 9 and stuff. You don't want to make Capone too overpowered, because if you basically make it to where like he could send out like even much tougher crewmates that he has, like for example if they were ever to add like Vito or Goaty in there, because technically Vito and Goaty are his actual crewmates. They are. But if you were to actually go and have them being sent out as like some sort of support, sort of like what the Germans do, basically though, I mean, it's not like I would hate that or something. It's more like, well, at least with these ones and everything, like with Vito and Goaty, they're able to like stand out and everything, and do what they do best. Like they basically can do some attacks of their own and stuff in a sense and stuff, but at the same time it's like if you want to go and send them back in and everything, if you're playing the PlayStation 4 wise and stuff, all you have to really do is just basically tap triangle, and then after they do their like final attack or something, they basically all jump back in you and stuff, so I'd be like I found that really cool and stuff because like that tells me like, hey, if I need y'all the most and everything, then guess what, like this is happening. I just gotta go and just have y'all sent back in, we roll out and everything because the way how he runs, he actually turns his legs into tank treads. So basically, I'm just like, basically attack and roll out. It's like that's like the coolest strategy ever. I think I'm gonna like Capone. And I am liking, Capone. I am liking how I play as him and stuff. It's really funny. It really is. Um but like there was one thing though that I did say in a comment about the Capone gameplay or something. This was more regarding to his move set, which I did get to see the full of, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Um but like basically I did say that I wish Capone's big father was actually more of an awakening move. But then a lot of people were actually making some sense and they were just telling me like, well, if that was the case though, like you got this huge castle and stuff, but then you also have like these tiny little stubby legs and everything because once you play the Whole Cake Island mission and everything, when Capone actually turns into Big Father, um you do actually get to see that he's got like little legs at the bottom and everything. He's got these tiny little legs at the bottom. And, it's kind of like, yeah, you try to take one step and everything. That's almost like playing as a giant character and stuff, probably bigger than a giant character. I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know if Kaido is a lot. Yeah, I don't think Kaido's a lot smaller than Capone with the Big Father. I think Kaido's supposed to be bigger than the Big Father, I think. Um, but yeah, I mean, I kind of wish it was, but in a sense though, I think the full force burst where I haven't tested it out yet. But I think the full force burst basically is like making it to where Capone becomes really becomes really powerful and stuff with setting out the soldiers and everything like his crewmates and stuff, and then they do a lot of moves and stuff. I think it becomes really powerful after that. So I'm like, hmm. It's like that's really cool, and you get to do a lot more moves and stuff. Um, but yeah, but Capone's really fun to play as and everything. I don't disregard Capone at all. He's actually one of the favorite supernovas I like to play as. He's really good. Um, but now moving off of Capone and everything because Capone getting love. Um, yeah, but now moving off of him and everything. Now we move on to Hawkins. Hawkins basically is a bit of a tricky one to play because he's got this thing where basically it's creating like this dark aura or something, like a dark bluish aura, and if someone steps into the circle, that like basically they get that and everything. But Hawkins, I don't know if Hawkins has to go and stand in there with him and everything to activate, the basically as I call it like a bad luck or something or the bad karma. Yeah, like a bad karma or something because the minute that Hawkins goes and plays a card or something, um it's a random effect where barrels could fall from the sky or something, meteors could land down, um like ice chunks or something, like ice balls could fall from the sky. Like these random things could fall anywhere and everything, like could randomly just happen and stuff. And it's like, I mean, I like the randomness of this, but again, though, it's like, I like it makes me question, like, does it have to be in the circle? And I think it does, which makes it kind of stupid. Where it's like it should affect the enemies that are already covered in like the cloaked aura or something like the dark blue. Because if they're covered by it and everything, Hawkins should definitely go like, you can play a card and then it like, of course, one will land down in front of you because you play the card, but whenever you do that, it also affects everywhere else because the people are also affected by this as well. Um, so yeah, though with Hawkins, it's that right there. Um, One thing I do like about Hawkins though is that his awakening is the demon face and everything, which is basically when he turns into the scarecrow form and stuff. I do like that very much. I do, but one thing that I don't like though about Hawkins is the fact that they didn't, is the fact that they didn't go and add in a move. Technically, it was in the Wano arc, very early on and everything. It was very early on, like in Act One of Wano. We don't even know how Hawkins even got this technique at all, but it's Hawkins, so training must have happened when he was in the Kaido crew, maybe. But anywho, though, Hawkins had a technique where basically, it came from a sword and everything, the Warabide and everything, or the straw sword, but he calls it Warabide. I think Warabide is also, yeah, Warabide is like, English for straw sword, I believe, but, or maybe it's straw sword, but it has a name called Warabide, probably. Um, or maybe, I don't know. But anyway, though, his sword actually goes and creates like this straw, straw demon, thing or something. Basically, basically having a reference over to, if you ever watch Bleach, there was one of the captains and everything, his, Zombok Toe, or the Bankai, I believe, is what it was. Basically, yeah, basically he goes and creates like this gigantic warrior behind him and everything. Like it's this giant warrior with, armor and everything, but he's gigantic. And the minute where, the minute where, the captain basically, goes and makes like a slash or something, or he goes and moves, it makes the same movement as well. But this also goes to say if they get hurt, like if either one of them gets hurt, the other one feels it as well. So it's like, the same would go for Hawkins as well. But I mean, I wouldn't mind like two full force burst awakenings or something, or three, because there's a regular one where it's Hawkins. The other one is the Demon Face awakening, which is fine with me. It's fine. Um, but the other one I wish we would have gotten would have been the Straw Demon. I would have definitely loved that. I would have definitely been like, it's like this gigantic thing, like this gigantic thing following behind me, I can make it go forward. Like the moveset would probably change a little bit whenever you get to use it and stuff, but you get to do all this sort of stuff. Probably even add like maybe a special move or two with it. But definitely it would be a force to be reckoned with and everything. Like this thing would be like really powerful. But of course, this also goes to show that if, it gets hurt and everything, you would too. I don't know if it would also have a life bar or it would share, I think it would share the same life bar as you and stuff. So basically, if it was to go and get like hurt or something, showing the reference, then most definitely then you would also get hurt pretty bad too. But I hope we get something like that though. Because if we don't, like if they don't update that with Hawkins and stuff in this game, I'm probably gonna be really upset because it's like, dude, you threw some references of Wano like early on with the Wano arc in the game. You cannot tell me that, yeah, like you cannot tell me that basically, you're not trying to go and like have the symbolism of Wano in a way like from the actual series. Even if it is a game original, you cannot tell us like, Wano is just gonna be like its own thing. There's not gonna be no references from the anime at all. Yeah, sure there's not. Sure there's not gonna be any references from the anime at all. 'Cause that's exactly what it did. Um, so yeah, I would definitely love to see, like Hawkins, throughout the Straw Demon and stuff. Definitely would like to see that. That'd be very cool. But yeah, but other than that though, Hawkins is just really tricky with the tarot cards and everything. Like it's really tricky with him. But other than that though, Hawkins is pretty fine. So moving on. Um, moving on to another supernova and everything. I mean I don't think they added too many supernovas and stuff because we had yeah, I don't think we had too many supernovas. It was like Law, Kid, Hawkins, and Capone. We didn't really get Killer, which I wish we would get Killer and stuff in Pirate Warriors 4. Maybe that's a DLC that's gonna be coming up, probably. I don't know, because we already know the first three DLC characters, which is a whole cake character list or something. It is Smoothie, Judge, and Cracker. So, yeah, most definitely we're gonna be like, seeing Smoothie very soon. Yeah, very soon I think we're gonna see Smoothie. Judge and Cracker probably might be following along with that as well. Maybe like in a July and August probably. I don't know. But yeah. Um but basically though, like Killer's not there and everything. I think I did list out most of the supernovas probably. I mean I know Blackbeard's one of them too, and you know what? I guess I'm gonna go talk about Blackbeard. Um Blackbeard I mean, I loved playing as him a bit in Pirate Warriors 3 and stuff. Like, Blackbeard was pretty powerful and stuff. I think the Dark Fruit powers were more utilized than the Tremor Fruit powers were in Pirate Warriors 3. And I guess that's okay though and everything because Blackbeard majority does use, the dark fruit and stuff, like just in general he uses it majority and everything. But I guess they wanted to change that up a bit and everything in Pirate Warriors 4 where they wanted to make it a balance of both and everything. Um especially whenever it was the time skip and everything, the new world where Blackbeard has complete control over the tremor fruit and everything. Um, yeah, definitely. I would go and say that Blackbeard most definitely, would have the balance of both and everything. He can use the dark fruit, but he can also use the tremor fruit at the same time. Um, but I think if I work a little bit more with him and raise up the stats and everything, I think Blackbeard will become a very powerful character. Like he'll become one of the very powerful emperors in the game and stuff, because I mean, the other ones and everything are pretty powerful themselves and everything. I haven't really tested out Shanks and Big Mom yet. But Whitebeard and Kaido are no joke and everything. And Blackbeard is also in that no joke as well and everything, with just what he does. Blackbeard is no joke. Um, so yeah, Blackbeard is pretty destructive and everything. I think the Tremor Fruit capabilities, they did incorporate more of that for him. So that already shows that Blackbeard is not a joke at all and everything. Blackbeard is pretty powerful when he wants to be. It is very just wow. It is very just wow. Um, but now moving on to I guess maybe like part of the Straw Hat Fleet or something. I've only played as Bartolomeo. I haven't really played as Cavendish yet. Um, I do want to play as Cavendish because I think Cavendish alone is pretty good. Like pretty good, just as the way as I've seen him in his gameplay, he's pretty good. But I think the one thing I'm gonna be really happy to play with the most is Hakuba. I'm gonna be really happy to play as Hakuba. I'm gonna be like just zooming all over the place. Like yeah, I'm gonna be zooming all over the place, just going crazy and stuff. Like making Cavendish the speed type was a good idea. Making Cavendish the speed type was a good idea. I agreed with that. Especially, with Hakuba and everything. Like whatever, I know I said I didn't like a lot of speed type characters because with Snake Man obviously being one of them. Hakuba actually gets the exception of being like, yeah, the speed type fits you, bro, because he's really fast and everything. He'll vanish from one place to the other in a blink of an eye. Like you wouldn't even see him. So yeah, like it fits with Hakuba, but not only that though, but even a lot of his slashes and everything, it seems like when he creates the slashes, they don't miss. So yeah, Hakuba is not a joke. Hakuba isn't a joke. I cannot wait to play as Cavendish to test that out. Um, but yeah, I can't really say much about Cavendish and everything because I haven't really tested him out. Like my opinion of him, I can't really test him out yet. Well, I can, but it's like it's just I haven't tested him out yet, so I can't say much. Bartolomeo though, I have tested everything. Mm, some moves I'm not liking about him and everything. But I guess the plus side to him is the fact that you can go and create barriers and protect yourself. Because if the enemies want to go and hit you, especially maybe the big boss battles like Drake, Kaido, Big Mom, Jack. Uh, I mean, I guess I should throw in Whitebeard in there as well and Sengoku. If they want to go and like just want to go and lay the smackdown on you, Barto would already have a barrier. Probably well, one of his movesets already has it where the barrier's already created, and if they wanted to go and hit you, they can't. They would easily be knocked back. Like oh, it's like we can't hit him. It's like, yep, unbreakable barrier. You cannot break this. So guess what? I am safe. Like I am freely safe, and it's like, ah, great. Um, but yeah, though Barto is pretty tricky as well and everything. But I think the more I get used to with his barrier abilities and stuff, I think I am basically gonna find a way to make it work. Because I don't, it's not like I don't like Barto at all as a, playing as him as a character in the game. It's just he's really tricky with this barrier, fruit moves and stuff. Like, it's really tricky, but I'll figure it out. I will. So there's with Barto right there and everything. Um, but now I guess moving on to probably the Emperors because I haven't touched any of the Marine characters yet. And I think I want to touch the Admirals because the Admirals, I feel like the Admirals are gonna be way more powerful than what they were in Pirate Warriors 3. Like Kizaru was really fast. Akainu was really destructive. I mean, Kizaru was too, but Kizaru was like fast and destructive. Akainu is more like he's just destructive in general, and Aokiji, he can be destructive when he wants to be, but it's like, some moves it takes time for that to happen and stuff, but other moves so it's like, go right ahead. Um, so yeah though, it's like Aokiji's really, yeah, Aokiji's like one of those ones where it's like, yeah, it takes time, but you'll get it. Um, but moving on to I guess Whitebeard. Whitebeard was like pretty powerful and everything to play as and everything. They really made it to where he had destructive capabilities with the tremor fruit, which is exactly what he needed and everything. Like Pirate Warriors 3, he was already destructive already, but with 4 though, he became way more. So I'm like, that's good, There's nothing else to say really for Whitebeard. Whitebeard already became one of the best ones I love to play as. He's really good. Um, Moving with Ace, I did like playing as Ace though, but it's like, again, it's like some moves I have to get used to with Ace. But Ace is pretty decent to play as and everything. I don't argue with Ace at all and everything. Ace is pretty good. But now moving on to Katakuri. Katakuri's pretty fast and everything. Again, this goes back to the Snake Man thing and stuff. But the only thing I wish they would have, like explained a little bit better, was the fact of his observation hockey mode, where, like, when does it actually work and everything? Because to me, whenever I tested them out, it seemed like it wasn't working all the time. It seemed like it was only working like half the few times and stuff. And I'm like, how do I get that to actually work? How do I get that to actually, work and everything with, the like basically with the observation hockey? I want to know how that actually works and everything. Because if I can't know how it actually works, it's like, how am I gonna know? So yeah, like if you played the game and you know like how like the way how it works and everything in the game, comment that down below because I'm gonna be very curious when I play more of Katakuri. Training wise and stuff. Like I'm gonna figure some stuff out to see like how to make the observation hockey thing really work. I want to know. Um, but moving off of Katakuri because he's actually pretty good. It's just he's really fast and stuff, and the observation hockey seems like it barely works. Moving off of him, we have Crocodile and everything. Because I did play Jinbei and everything. So I guess Jinbei, I really wish, like I love his new moves that he's been getting and everything, more Fishman karate moves. But the only thing I wish I didn't incorporate for his pre-time skip, was the fact that he, has hockey and everything. He has the Kai Curry Glaze, I believe it's called. And which basically he just gives himself hockey and everything, like the armament hockey, he gives himself that. And I wish they didn't do that in the pre-time skip because we actually don't know when he actually had it. But he never displayed it in, the pre-time skip at all. Never did. In the post-time skip he did, but pre-time skip never did. Um, so yeah, I wish that's the only thing they probably would have fixed was like New World Jinbei can have it, the pre-time skip Jinbei could not have it. But now moving on to Crocodile though. I do love playing as Crocodile. Especially with the the air moves that he has and everything, like in the air. Um it seems like they really just did a great job with Crocodile and everything. Not only with the fact of he can fly because he's sand, but it's just his moves really just outdid it and everything. Some moves though, I really wish like it seems like they made some of his air moves more like Like they made some of his air moves seem like they could have been land moves and stuff because, this is going by Pirate Warriors 3 logic and everything. Some of his moves do look like they should have been just, excuse me, like they should have looked more like they should have been just land moves and stuff, and which they were and stuff. But in Pirate Warriors 4 though, some of the moves that are air moves do seem like they could have been land moves and stuff. But some air moves he has actually does look like they do belong in the air move set, so that's pretty good. I actually like playing as Crocodile, and I hope to test him out even more and stuff. I really hope to just make him the best. Dofi is a bit tricky there, but I think when I was reading comments about the Dofi gameplay, um in the video there and everything in the video about Dofi gameplay and stuff, people were saying that Dofi's awakening and everything, the awakening where he sends out like the string, it's kind of like the string, tentacle looking things or something, Um people did say that whenever you do that move and everything, like you have those ready, you're basically set. Like Dofi actually just has that set for you and everything, and it's like you're good. Once you have that set playing as Dofi, you're good. I'm just sitting there like I want to test that now. And I did, and yeah, it actually made a lot of sense. It made sense on why they went with that and stuff, because it does a lot more than what I think it does. I'm like, you know what? Dofi's one of my favorites now too. Like Dofi's one of my favorites. Like not only can he fly, but dude can do a lot more and everything. Like Dofi can do a lot more. So pretty good with Dofi right there. Um, so yeah, there's that right there. I didn't really test out the other warlords like Buggy and Hancock and Mihawk yet. I didn't test any of those ones because I don't know. It's just I'm slowly trying to test out all the characters, to kind of set out the category right there. I'll probably make an update of that later. Um, so the only one out of the other section though, I did test Sabo, one of the revolutionaries. Hmm. I mean, I like his move set and everything. His move, like some of his move set and everything, is a bit different than three. Because three, I didn't really like his moveset from three very much and everything. Sabo was not one of my favorite characters to play as that much. The only move I really liked using from Sabo in three was the crossfire. But in four, it's like he has some moves I can make work. I can basically make it work and everything. So Sabo isn't like someone I would not want to play as and stuff. Sabo is pretty good. Probably just need to get the hang of him a little bit, and then I would really like playing as Sabo. So there you go. Didn't play as Ivankov, didn't play as Lucci or Aokiji yet. The Germas, yeah, oh wait, no, Carrot. Carrot's also in the other. I did play as Carrot. Carrot's very fast and everything. She's fast and powerful, but I think she's like one of the, out of the, the status and everything, she's like one of the few ones that have the status effect on the enemies. And I'm surprised one of these other characters I'm gonna list didn't get that because they also kind of carry that sort of. But yeah, but Carrot though really fast can stun enemies. Apparently, she can basically make them stunned on the ground. I don't think that works on the big characters and stuff. I don't think it works like on Big Mom or Kaido or I don't know about Whitebeard, but definitely Big Mom and Kaido. It does not work on them and everything because I went and fought Carrot on many matches and everything in the treasure log, and Carrot tried doing the electro moves, and it did absolutely nothing to me. I didn't even get stunned at all. So I'm like, it doesn't work on big characters. That's a problem for you. And then just ploop, just ploop. It's like you're done. But yeah, it doesn't work on the big characters, but on the small ones it does. I've tested that with Neji and. But yeah, but Carrot's really good and everything. It's just I wish her Sulong was more of an awakening or something. That's what I wish. That's the only thing to say for Carrot though. Um, I think I'm gonna speak about like three of the Germas, like the brothers, because I didn't test out Reiji yet, so I can't say all the Germas. EGG has some decent moves, but he doesn't have a lot of his own elements in there and everything. I think he's missing some. I don't know if I have to basically just, use him more to see, like, what more I could unlock from him or something, or basically just see. But from what I noticed and everything, Ichiji doesn't have a lot of his, a lot of his own elements in there and everything, so it already makes me a bit disappointed about Ichiji. Like, dude, it's like you need more of you moves and everything, like more explosion moves. Not real like he doesn't control fire in the group. No, he doesn't control fire. He controls explosions or combustion. That is what sparking red for Ichiji is that he controls like he basically controls the part of the explosion. So that's Ichiji. But I don't see a lot of that too much and everything. I don't see a lot of like explosions or something. So that's with Ichiji right there. Um, Neji, I actually like a lot more because Neji actually has a lot more of his own elements in there and everything. So I'm actually proud with Neji. But the only thing I want, or I guess I'm gonna say it at the end and everything. Yonji, I think Yonji is sort of the same, where basically he has a lot more of his element, the winch green, which by the way, I don't even know what winch green even is. Like of course Ichiji with the sparking red, it's explosions. Neji is Dengeki blue, and that is the electricity. Reiju is the poison pink. So, yeah, the poison pink basically. So, basically, Reiju's already, yeah, Reiju's already the poison already. And then you get to winch green with Yoji. Like, what is that? um, but Yoji does have some of his moves in there and everything. He does, which I'm proud of that he has, those kind of moves and everything. Um, the only thing I don't like about all three of them though is that they use each other as supports throughout all of that and everything. I'm like, this is more focusing on like World Seeker, like World Seeker territory because that's exactly what they did. You would fight one of them and everything, and then whenever either one of them is either blocking or they're getting beat up or something, they would retreat, and then they would send out the other one, kind of the same process. Like either they're about to attack you, they'll send out the others, or yeah, they'll send out the others and everything, or basically if you attack them they'll go back send the other, and it's like the repeated cycle all over again. Yeah, with Pirate Warriors 4 though it's sort of like that, where basically it's like they'll go and send each other out as supports in their moveset, and I'm like, no, no, it's like I get it, all three of you are like a team, you're the German double six, but come on, like show your strength as individuals. Basically you don't need each other's help. You really don't, because that's like trying to ask help from Sanji, in which none of you will ever do. Because y'all don't like Sanji. You think he's like a disgrace. So I want that kind of like thing going for like all three of them, where they don't have any of the supports at all, but more of their own elements. That's what I want to see for three of them and stuff. That's what I want to see. Reiju, I don't think she has supports. Yeah, Reiju, I don't think has the supports from her brothers. So yeah, Reiju basically already gets the plus, because I did see that in a gameplay, like a gameplay video and everything with her moveset, and I did see she did not summon out any of Ichiji, Niji, or Yonji, so I think it only just works for the brothers, because Reiju kind of singles herself out of that group right there. Like, she doesn't put herself with them. But yeah. Ichiji, I want more of his elements in there, like more of his elemental moves and stuff of the, combustion. I want to see more of that. Niji, I just want to see more, more of that and everything, like even more of that, but less of support callings and stuff, because that would work for Niji. That would work for Niji to see more, of his own elements instead of support calling. Yoji is the same way. Yoji is the same way. I want to see more of, his, like of his winch green moves, and less of support callings. And if that happens with all three, I would definitely love them even more. But right now though, it's really hard to love Ichiji, because Ichiji doesn't really have a lot of its moves. But Neji and Yoji, they do. It's just they have they have more of their moves but less support callings. But I wish there were no support callings, because they should be more independent in basically taking out the enemies and stuff. Because in their special moves, they do have it to where they send each other out as supports and stuff, which they shouldn't also do at all. It should be more focusing on them. And Basically though, the only one I can make an exception of is this move called Black Bug, and that's okay, because that's using all three of them together. That's okay. But if it's just sending each other out as supports, like for your move set and for your specials, no. No, 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 no. That's not an okay. Um, but yeah, just a tiny little note though of what I mentioned earlier about Carrot with the whole like the stun status because of the electricity, the electro. Apparently, Niji does not get that. Niji doesn't get the stun, the stun status. Like he'll get stunned by Carrot and everything, but if he tries to do it back at her or any other enemy, it won't work. Like they won't get stunned. So it makes me question, like, is it only Electro? It's like that's not fair, because Niji holds electricity and everything. Like Niji holds electricity, so that should also work for him too. Like Niji should use like Neji has the electric moves and everything, and if they're still up, they should get stunned. So that should work with Neji and everything. I don't understand. And if we were to get Enru later on, if it doesn't work with Enru but it only works for Carrot, that will definitely, just be like, no. It's like change that immediately, making it to where all characters that use electricity can do that. That goes for Neji and Enru if Enru does get added in and stuff. But yeah, Neji most definitely needs to have that in there because it's Neji. I think I like playing as him more than I do the other two. Um, but I guess that'll be, the video right here and everything. I do have a couple of things going on though, but I did want to make this video because of the fact that um there was a YouTuber actually wanting to know like who was your favorite characters that you like the main as in the game. Now, of course, I did forget, Kaido and everything, like Kaido and Whitebeard and stuff. Well, not Whitebeard, but Kaido. I did like playing as Kaido. Kaido is OP and everything. Dragon form, not liking it too much, but I'm gonna try and see if I can make it work some way, somehow. But definitely though, just Kaido's overpowered. He's OP. But anywho though, um, but yeah, my mains kind of will vary and everything, but I think my big main right now is Kaido. But I'm actually gonna go and see what else I can really do and everything in the game and stuff, as of like what other moves with characters that I can do. But you know, but anywho though, I this will be the end of the video right here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave a like on the video and comment down below of who are your favorite characters you like to main as in Pirate Warriors 4, because I mean, like, I just want to know, I just want to know. But anywho though, have a wonderful day, morning, night, or other way around, but it doesn't matter because I don't care for time zones. Yep, I'm back on that again. Um, but just have a wonderful day, everybody. Just stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.